Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another Q&A meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. If you have any question, you can send them in one at a time. Please be brief and precise. If this is your first time to join, please let me know where you come from. Please also let me know how's the audio and the video. I shall start reading your questions and comment. Enilam, Satu. Bilin Sukihotu, Tanajan, Satu Satu. Kenneth Tenki Bok. Hello and greetings, Ajahn. May you be well and happy. Thank you. Terence T.H. Lee, wishing Tanajan well and happy. Thanks for your Dhamma teaching. You are welcome. Kenneth Hunt. Good morning, Tanajan. You are clear. Thank you. Kim Boon Chu. Good afternoon. Ajahn, Satu Satu. Liberty Lee. Good day, Tanajan. Grab. Sawante. Satu Satu. Walai Porn. Prom Virun. Grab Namaskar, Tanajan. Thami Chai Songkram. Grab Namaskar. Kanoi Anumodana. Satu. Chompu MTR. Satu Satu. Kim Ed Shore. Good afternoon, Tanajan. And all is good with audio and video. Thank you. Liberty Lee, I'm from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur Club. Thank you. Christine Koe, Ajahn, good day to you. Thank you. Ong Eng Eng, Satu Satu. Nicha Pusen Si. Namaskar, Ajahn. Thank you. Jampa Yang Chen, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Jampa. Diana Chua, good afternoon, Ajahn from Penang. Thank you. Daryl Lim, hi Ajahn, can I ask if we can play any chanting mantra at home, like metta chanting or Chinabanchan Kata, cause some will say it will invite the wandering soul to our house. I feel good when listening, especially metta chanting. Please advise. Yes, you can play it anywhere you want, as long as you don't disturb other people. The purpose is like listening to Dhamma talk. It will soothe your mind, ease your mind, makes you feel good. It doesn't invite any wandering spirit to your house. So don't worry about that. It's just a belief, not the truth. Gulatida Tam, Namaskar Pajai. Lee Yvonne, good afternoon, Ajahn. Sadhu, sadhu. Pramsa, JW, Namaskaran, Ajahn, and thank you for teaching. You're welcome. Liberty Lee, Thanajan, Krab, for beginners, meditation. Should we go for Vipassana first or Satipatthana first? Sadhu. You go to mindfulness first. You have to learn to develop mindfulness first. Without mindfulness, you cannot go toward Vipassana or Samadhi. So you need to develop sati or mindfulness. Be mindful all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, by either reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, or keep watching what your body is doing at all times. Then when you have time, you should sit down, close your eyes, and recite the mantra, Bhutto, or watch your breath for samadhi first. You have to practice until you become proficient in samadhi before you go to vipassana. Pat Choi Chong, Sadhu, Sadhu. Christine Coe, Ajahn, thanks for last Tuesday's Zoom advice. Buddha as a prime recite improved my mindfulness. You're welcome. Nani Lu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Kwan Patum Napa, Sadhu, Sadhu. Eli Hassan, good day, Thanajan, audio and video clear. Thank you. We Dechanuvatana. Dear Prajan, I am Sarinkan from Zoom meeting. I have been practicing on the mountain for a few days and will be listening to you live Dhamma talk in the next few hours. I am extremely excited and very happy to see you soon. Yes, looking forward to see you also, if you can come down yourself. If not, you can watch on your phone or iPad. How long you planning to stay? How long have you already been here? Chai Heng, Sadhu, Sadhu, Nabiti, Namaskaran Ajahn. Darrell Lim, Ajahn, do we need to bring our Buddha statues for monk blessing, or we just put in at the altar with a sincere heart? Please advise. Yes, just put where you want to and pay respect whenever you feel like. You don't need to have monks to bless, to do any blessing. It's just a reminder of the Buddha's teaching and his path toward enlightenment. That's the purpose of having a Buddha statue at home, to remind you to keep on study and practice the teaching of the Buddha. The statue itself cannot give you anything or do anything for you. It just serves as a reminder of what you have to do, which is study and practice the teaching of the Buddha. Sue Christie, Sadhu, Sadhu, Ajahn. Heavenly Wiping, good afternoon, Thanajan. Hui Dechanuvatana. It has been 4 days on the mountain and I am leaving today. Okay. I hope you enjoy your stay. Have a pleasant, peaceful stay. and maybe I'll see you today, this afternoon. Joshua Lip Jim, dear Ajahn, thank you for your teaching. Sadhu, sadhu. You're welcome. Liberty Lee, Tanajan, when I do Satipatthana meditation and contemplate a sutta, my mind tends to run away to other topics, work, finances, family. Is there any technique to strengthen my samadhi? Please, sadhu, sadhu. You have to practice mindfulness all day long, not just when you meditate. You have to be mindful all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Either keep reciting the mantra Bhutto Bhutto, or keep watching what your body is doing at every moment. This way you'll give you a strong mindfulness that will enable you to meditate without letting the mind running away to other things. Nandapat Pram Suvong, Namaskar with my respect, Ajahn, sadhu, sadhu. Mindfulness is very important for any meditator. Without mindfulness, your mind will keep running away from your meditation object. So you have to keep developing mindfulness all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Champa Yangshen, Ajahn, last week you mentioned that it's good to maintain our mindfulness in our daily life, even after our retreat, and try not to associate many people. Please elaborate a bit more on not associating with many people. Thank you, as always. See, when you have to meet people, you have to think, you have to communicate. So you have to use your thoughts. And this will then become a hindrance when you meditate, because you'll find it hard to stop thinking. That's the reason why, if you want to be a successful meditator, you should live alone and try to have as little contact with other people as possible to stop your mind from thinking. When you meet people, you have to talk to them. By talking, you are thinking. You have to use the thought. And even after you don't see them anymore, you still keep thinking about them, about what you said. So it will be difficult for you to meditate to stop your thinking. The goal of not associating with anybody is to prevent you from thinking and let you maintain mindfulness all the time. Because if you want to have jhana or equanimity, you have to stop thinking. Your mind has to become still. Mudita Yom, sadhu, sadhu. In order to have samadhi, you must have the ability to stop your mind from thinking, to make it become still. Then you will have peace, happiness, and equanimity, which you can use to fight against your defilement. When your defilement come up, and if you have strong equanimity, you can resist the defilement invitation or enticement. You can stop your defilement with the help of wisdom. When you see the object of your cravings, will bring you dukkha or suffering sooner or later, because they are not dependable, they are not permanent, they are temporary, they can change, and you cannot force them to remain the same forever. Without equanimity, without samadhi, you will not be able to resist the defilement invitation or inducement. So whatever your craving say, you will jump right away toward the object of your craving without realizing that you are jumping into the fire. Because what you want is not what you will get. You think you'll get happiness, but you'll end up with suffering or sadness. But if you have equanimity, you can resist, and you can at the same time think rationally to see both sides of the story, to see the upside and the downside of everything, to see the change in everything, to see the inability for you to control them, to make them good all the time. When you see this with wisdom, then you will not want to have anything anymore. Handy box, good day, Ajahn. May Ajahn be well and happy. Thank you. Ui po hoa satu. Liberty Lee, Tan Ajahn. After I comprehended anicca, dukkha, anatta, the more I go secluded, the more peace of mind I have. I'm glad. Sotapanna don't need to have jhana, right? Every level of enlightenment needs the support of jhana. Without jhana, you will not be able to defeat your defilement or your fetters. You need to have strong equanimity to support your wisdom of anicca, dukkha, anatta. Mikey, greeting Tan Ajahn. I am in Pattaya. I will be going over later around 3 p.m. Okay, so see you then. Daryl Lim, Ajahn, we encounter our friend with any black magic. He behaves strange. How can we help? It depends if they don't need your help or not. If they don't need your help, then there's nothing you can do. Diana Chua, Ajahn, I love my mom very much. I will do anything for her, but sometimes I get impatient with her. I raise my voice and argue with her. Then I regret it so much. Can Ajahn please advise me on this defilement? Thank you so much. Ajahn, well, you must think of yourself as her servant. Don't be her master. Keep reminding yourself that I am my mother's servant. I am here to serve her, to listen to a command, and never to command her or tell her to do anything. I'll let her do anything, whatever she wants, because she's my master. I will only do what she asks me to do for her. I will obey her and listen to her command, and I will never be her master. Sandy Lim, good day, Ajahn. Thanks for sharing this Dhamma with us, Sadhu. Stay safe, peaceful, happy, and well. Thank you. Tony, Satu, Satu. Tony, you're late today. Normally, you're the first to make the comment. Sometimes we hurt the one we love because we want to take over their lives. So we become impatient with them. If you really love them, then you must put yourself as a server, as a servant. Don't make yourself the master of the person you love. If you really love them, then you are willing to do anything for them. Like a servant who will be willing to listen to the command of the master. Diana Chua, Ajahn, thanks very much for your advice and teaching. Really appreciate it. Satu, Satu, you're welcome. Chun Wei,ท่านอาจารย์, may I know what is the requirement to be ordained as a monk? You have to be male and at least 20 years old, and you must have the permission from your preceptor. You have to prove to your preceptor that you are eligible to ordain. So before you can be ordained, you might have to stay in the monastery for a while first, for the teacher or the Ajahn to judge on your ability first. So you just have to come to the monastery of your choice and ask for ordination. Then you will be asked to stay with the monastery for a certain period of time to see whether you are eligible or not. There might be some other requirements which you will learn when you get to the monastery of your choice. Different monasteries have different requirements, but basically you need to be 20 or older and you have to be male. Shesharo, mate, bow down with my folding hands respectfully. Thank you. Handy box. Why is the mind coming up with unwholesome thought, even though we are cultivating wholesome thought? That's because the mind used to do unwholesome things all the time. The mind used to create unwholesome thoughts in the past. So it becomes a habit for the mind to keep bringing up unwholesome thoughts. This is why you have to retrain your mind to stop unwholesome thought and start thinking of just of wholesome thoughts. Notice there are two dialogues going on at times. Ajahn, please advise. Yes, there is a struggle between the wholesome and unwholesome thought. So you have to be mindful and keep cultivating wholesome thought and ignore unwholesome thoughts. Eventually, your wholesome thought will overtake your unwholesome thoughts. Punamiten, good day, Bhante. I have a question. I am now working for this company which bosses shout here and there as part of their communication, and also due to the industry. Is it very unhealthy for me to work in such place? Thanks. It depends on your reaction. If you don't react and you just not affected by the conditions around you, then it's okay. But if you find it disturbing and not peaceful and not happy, then yes, it's not healthy for you to work there. It's really dependent on your mind more than on the place where you work, whether you have enough equanimity or not. If you have strong equanimity, you can work anywhere. Poor Chin Ui, Ajahn, I learned that letting go is one of the ways to reduce our dukkha. I find that it's easier said than done. What's Ajah's advice? It's because you don't have enough mindfulness or equanimity. So you have to practice a lot of mindfulness and to get to equanimity. Once you have a lot of equanimity, then you can let go of things easily. Christine Coe, Ajahn kindly advised why we have so much thinking, not stop, including dreams. Is it due to delusion? Yes, partly it's caused by your delusion that keeps driving your thoughts all the time. Partly because you don't have enough mindfulness to stop your thoughts. So you have to develop mindfulness and also develop wisdom to overcome your delusion and to stop your mind from thinking aimlessly. James Song, reading Ajahn, reading to you. Liberty Lee, Tanajan, my family members are mainly Christians. I explained to them that Theravada techniques are not chaotic, like Mahayana, no Vajrayana, no ritual, no cursing mantra, no weird ceremony, music, etc. Just study the Dhamma and meditation. Just want to obtain peace of mind. Is there any other simpler explanation I can tell them, please? Sadhu, sadhu. I think you have the simplest explanation already. Buddhism is a psychiatry subject. It's a course in psychiatry or mental health. That's what Buddhism is. Teach you how to develop good mental health. So you need to study, then apply what you study to obtain peace and happiness, to make your mental health healthy. Liberty Lee, Sadhu, Sadhu. You're welcome. Terence T.H. Lee, hi Tanajan. As Buddhists, How do we offer comfort to someone who is troubled and sick to show that we care? For example, Christians always offer prayers to one another to show their care. How about we Buddhists? Thanks. You can show them you care by being close to them and do whatever they need that they cannot do for themselves. You can show compassion by reducing their suffering, their physical suffering. When as far as the mental suffering, you can offer them the teaching of the Buddha, Dhamma talk for them to listen to. Varataya Asagun. When doctors say depression or unstable emotional conditions arise because of lack of certain chemicals in the body and prescribe on the same day, and prescribe meditation. As Buddhists, we don't resort to such explanation, but rather to use mindfulness and wisdom to correct our citta. Is this correct? Yes, the problem is not in the body. The problem is in the mind. The mind becomes depressed because it doesn't get what it wants. So it becomes depressed. But sometimes you can make the body, you use chemical in the body to make the body feel sleepy. So this causes the mind to become less irritated. But it's only a temporary fix. And it's a fix at the wrong place. The right place is in the mind. You have to calm your mind and teach your mind not to expect or want anything more than what you can get. Tony Yip, dear Thanajan, good afternoon. May you be well and healthy. I have a question. Is it when the dana food have to consume on the same day? If the food not offered direct to monk, but through the kalaya, is it can keep for one or few days? Hope Ajahn can explain on this. Thank you so much. Yes, if food is being offered directly to a monk, once the monk receives it, he has to consume it before midday. After midday, he will have to relinquish the food. Cannot keep it for tomorrow, for instance. But if there are lots of food, you can divide some of the food to a disciple of a monk, to a lay person to keep it for the monk. And when the monk needs the food, then the disciple can offer the food to the monk for you instead. But if the monk receives all the food, then the monk can only keep it until midday. After midday, the monk has to give up the food, cannot store or keep it by himself. He needs someone to keep the food for him. If you give the food to the monk's disciple and ask them to give it to the monk whenever the monk needs it, then the food can be kept for as long as you want. But the monk cannot have it. He has to get it from the disciple. He cannot take the food himself. It has to be offered by the disciple. Kalai Lai. Namo Ambuto, Amibuto, Amituto, Amituto, twofold. Chayam Lama Gurang, Sadhu Sadhu, Varataya Sakun, thank you very much, God, Tan Ajahn, you're welcome. Kittisak Udom, Suki Krab, Suku, Kuk Ajahn, or Kap Ajahn. Liberty Lee, Tan Ajahn, is there a difference between Theravada and Hinayana? I think it's the same thing. Theravada is called Hinayana by the Mahayana. The Mahayana means the big vehicle, while the Hinayana is called the small vehicle. But Theravada don't call itself Hinayana. Theravada called himself Theravada. The Theravada follow all the teachings of the Buddha, or the teaching contained in the Tripitaka. Lo Tiong, Sadhu Sadhu. Punami Tan, Pante. In Singapore, we have an actor, singer who always used vulgarities in his speech. He gained popularity in many countries. I really do not understand why there are so many people out there still supporting him. Recently, I commented his speech are very bad, especially should any kid learn from him. I was reprimanded by his supporters who asked me to get lost. Well, like-minded people will support each other. People who like vulgarities will then support people who use vulgarity. People who doesn't like vulgarity will not like people who use vulgarity. So nowadays there are a lot of people who like vulgarity. So it's just a trend in life. People are becoming more immoral every day. They don't know what morality is anymore. So it's better just to leave them alone. If you don't like it, just don't make any comment. Just don't pay attention to them. Don't follow them. Seek like-minded people, people who speak nicely. Sapru Chai, Namaskara to Ajahn. Thank you. Vidyana Surya Metta, Ajahn Suchart. I would like to introduce myself as Vijay ago, but for you as Koba Alex Aroka. I see. Are you ordained now, Vijay ago? Sounds like a monk's name. I think you should be ordaining pretty soon. Congratulations, Aroka, Alex Aroka. I hope things go well for you. You can keep sending us messages through the live Q&A, or if you can join us on Tuesday night in Zoom. We will be happy to see you in your new incarnation. I have a question to you. In order to stabilize my hormone, I have to take testosterone a little bit and calcium to fix the calcium in my bone. I do it for many years already. I was born like that with testosterone deficiency. Otherwise, I will have osteoporosis. I have done research on it at hospital in Holland, and I know the dosage exactly. When I asked a monk here who is also a doctor, he suggests me to give up all my medication in order to give up the body. According to my sutta understanding, giving up my health and is not what I am supposed to do in my direction to enlightenment. To be very clear, this is not said by Ajahn Sopa, which actually I also plan to consult with him about my medication. Although I will not give up my monk commitment even if I have to live without my medication for 5 years. I would like to hear your opinion on this. Thank you, Ajahn. Well, medicine is one of the requisites for living, and is not prohibited by the Buddha. If you take medication to maintain your healthy body, then you can do it. I'm taking multivitamins, and also take calcium tablet myself. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, except that if you are in the place where you cannot acquire it, then you might just have to accept that fact and not be disturbed by not having the medicine. But if you can get the medicine, then you should be able to take them. Medicine is one of the basic requisites of life for monks and for lay people. So you can take them as far as I'm concerned. Medicine to maintain health. But medicine to maintain your appearance, then this is something else. If you want to take medicine to keep you good looking, then this is not right. You shouldn't take them. But if you want to maintain health and keep your life going, then medicine is okay. Thi Hong Land, Satu. Adeline Jean, good afternoon, Thanajan. Good afternoon to you. Liberty Lee, Thanajan, can you share with us your personal experience on ghosts and Deva, please? I don't have any experience of such, so I have anything to share with you. So Alexa Roca, one of our participants in the Zoom meeting, has now become a monk in a monastery in the same lineage with Ajahn Mahabua, Longta Mahabua. His teacher is Ajahn Sopa, who used to study with Ajahn Mahabua at Wat Pamantat. And this year they have a group ceremony, group ordination, and he joined this group, and this group will will help him arrange for his visa also. So it's a very good news for him because getting visa is not quite easy, and getting the right monastery to accept you and to sponsor your visa is not easy to get. So yes, this is good news. Kittisak Udom Tadajan. If someone is sick, has a depression, how could we help them if she doesn't open mind for Dhamma? I would like to tell her to practice mindfulness, but if she doesn't believe in Dhamma, how can we persuade her to open mind for Dhamma? Thank you. Well, if they don't want to help, they don't need your help, then there's nothing you can do. What would you do if you want to give someone money and they don't want to accept it? Then you just have to give to someone else who will accept it, that's all. So you cannot force people to accept things from you. They have to have the desire to want it. If not, then just leave them alone. Sunny Lim, Satu Satu. Prepare Kan Pipat. Ajahn, is it okay to practice meditation by counting the breath? Would you recommend additional practice? Thank you very much. If it works for you, then it's okay. If counting the breath makes your mind calm, that's okay. It's your personal preference. You have to look at the result. If you get good result from counting your breath, then you should do it. Some people use the mantra instead of counting. Some people just use the mantra alone and not using the breath at all. So there are different ways of meditation. It's up to each individual choice. You have to find the right method for yourself. Low Chuk Boy, Satu Satu. I sing greetings, Ajahn, and everyone. May all be free from mental and physical suffering. Thank you. When you want to give something to someone, you have to think of this proverb, which say, one man's meat is another man's poison. So Dhamma might be meat to you, but it can be poison to the one who you want to give to. So if they consider Dhamma as poison, then you should not give them, because they don't know the value of Dhamma, because they have never studied, and they think maybe Dhamma is poison to them. Terence T. H. Lee, Hi Ajahn. Some Buddhist devotees gather together to chant for the sick. For example, they chant the Bojjhanga Sutta. I was told that collective chanting is very powerful. What is your view on this? Chanting is for personal purpose. Chanting is the practice of mindfulness. It cannot heal the sick. So, if we can heal the sick by chanting, then we don't need hospital, right? We don't need medicine. When someone is sick, we gather around and chant for that sick person. And after we finish chanting, that sick person will get up and become well again. No, chanting is a method of developing mindfulness. That's what it is. Vidyana, thank you for your answer. It is clear enough, and thank you also for your good wishes on my new incarnation. Here, the internet is not so good, and we are not allowed to use phone at all, but I will keep trying anyway whenever I have a very important question. Ajahn Sopa is giving me and Siddhartha many loving kindness and is willing to answer any question, but our relationship is still new as a student monk and a teacher, which actually starts today since I got ordained yesterday. And thank you very much all effort you did for me to become a monk. You are welcome and very happy for you. I hope you stay for the monk for the rest of your life if it's possible and become enlightened within this very lifetime. It's not impossible if you give it a try, if you really put in all of your effort. And with a good guidance from a good teacher, I think you can become enlightened pretty soon. Anilam, Satu Satu, Rusli Alam Saya, Namaskar Ajahn. Nice to see you. Happy to hear from you too. Ananda T, Satu Satu. Tony Yip, dear Tanajan, I have another question for learning cultivation. Do we have to learn the Dhamma Vinaya first before take 5 precepts and meditation, or do it on both ways? Thank you so much, Satu. Well, you have to know the 5 precepts, and it's only take 1 minute to learn the 5 precepts. What you're not supposed to do, that's it. You're not supposed to kill, not to steal, not to lie, not to commit adultery, and not to drink alcohol. That's all you need to know. And then you can meditate at the same time. Paul Tin Uy, Ajahn, Vasa is starting soon. Wishing Ajahn and all the Sangha a blessed Vasa. Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. Ken Kim Fong. Greeting Prajan. Thank you for teaching the Dhamma. You're welcome. Vidyana Sunyameta. Sadhu, sadhu. This is from Alex Aroga. Well, we have about 5 more minutes left in our meeting today. So if you haven't started typing your question yet, I think you should not do it now. I might not have the time to reply to your question. But if you are in the process of typing already, you can continue on typing and then send in your question. I will try to answer your question when it comes in. We meet every Sunday and around this time for 1 hour, from about 11:30 to 12:30 Bangkok or Thailand time. And I'm here to answer your question. Line MT. Sadhu, sadhu. Waller, Waller, Ciralo, Satu, Satu. Ui Bun Teng, Tanajan, thank you for your Dhamma teaching. Satu, Satu. You're welcome. Nanapat Prabshuwong, thank you for your teaching. Tanajan, you're welcome. Christine Lim, thank you, Ajahn. Have a good day. You're welcome, and have a good day for you also. I'll be giving another Dhamma talk in Thai, live at 2 p.m. today. And then about 3 p.m., if people want to ask me questions, they can ask me after the Dhamma talk. So if anybody wants to see me today, they can come at 3 p.m. and see me, and if they have anything they want to talk to me about, they can do that at that time, at around 3 p.m. on the day I give Dhamma talk. Ajahn, Satu, Satu. Alex Aroka, Tan Ajahn, this is Siddhartha. Okay. Now Kuba. Okay, Siddhartha is now Siddhameto. Siddhameto. Today I am typing for Kuba Alex through my oldest sister phone that are currently visiting the temple for ordination. So this explains how he manages to get his question across. I only want to say thank you, Tan Ajahn, for everything I have learned from you for these past 5 years. Now I am in a situation where I can fully devote my life, putting everything to practice to the best of my ability. And for me, everything has been just been perfect, just like what you said in the last Zoom meeting. Okay, thank you. Good to hear from you, Siddhartha. Keep up the fight. Don't give up. You will win if you don't give up. If you give up, you will lose. Long Time Mahaprabhu said, never give up. Keep on fighting with your defilement, not other people, but your own defilement. Kenneth Han, congratulations to Alex. It is good to see students graduating from the class and going up for the Forest University. That's right. It's good to congratulate your fellow students, isn't it? Maybe one day it will be your turn also. Diana Chua, Ajahn, thanks so much for enlightening me. Mitani Wongpayak Kayotin, Satu Satu. Pasana, Satu Satu. NG, thank you, Bhante, for your Dhamma teaching. You're welcome. Shirley Ko, Satu Satu. Bilim, Satu Satu. Well, looks like that's about it for today. That's all the time we have. Okay, have 2 more comments. Yap to Yap, thank you for your Dhamma, Ajahn. Punamitan, Satu Satu. Okay, very happy to discuss the Dhamma teaching with you today. I hope that you can benefit from this meeting and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. Sooner or later, you will achieve your goal, definitely. So if all goes well, I will see you again at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.